What is up, everyone? Happy New Year, happy 2020. I hope you are having the best year already, and I hope that you have read a lot of books. It's like only the 7th day out here, but like I hope we're, doing good. Today I'm going to be doing a new year, a new books haul, and it's going to be my first haul of the year. Hopefully it's going to be my only haul of the year because your girl needs to stop spending money, okay? I have so many books. I have like over 150 books on my like TBR. So I just really don't want to buy any more unless it's like a big author like Cassandra Clare, because we got 2 Cassie Clare books coming out. You don't have to buy those. But anybody like that, then okay. But I'm just not going to buy new releases because I have so many other things to read right now. And I say this as I'm about to do a haul. Like, that makes no sense. But I ended up getting some Barnes & Noble gift cards for Christmas. So I used that to buy my final haul, my final books for a while. Okay, so let's just get started. So I got Red, White, and Royal Blue from my friend Brophy on Twitter. I love her. Shout out to her. If you don't know what Red, White, and Royal Blue is about, it is about the Prince of England and the first son of the United States, the first son of the female president in this world. It is about how these two are like mortal enemies, right? And then something happens and they end up having to be friends and having to get close and having to actually interact with each other. And that leads us to a very complicated relationship. It's very fun and interesting to watch unfold right before our eyes. So if you haven't checked out Red, White, and Royal Blue, I definitely would give it a chance. Next book that I have is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This book was given to me by my friend Michaela, who I also met on Twitter. She was my bookish Secret Santa for the year, and that was just so fun and so amazing. I've been wanting this book for so long, so I'm very excited to actually have it with me now. This is about a girl who I believe has had to stay silent about a lot of things that she has gone through in her life, and who finally realizes that she doesn't want to do that anymore, and she finally refuses to be silent, and she decides to join a poetry slam or go to a poetry slam with her friends or some people from school. And that is where she finds her voice, and this is like her journey through that. And I think that sounds amazing, and I can't wait to read it and actually know more about the story, because that is just like surface level what this is about. I'm sure I don't know all of it. I like to go into books pretty blind, so if I don't tell you a lot of synopsis for any of these, I'm sorry. But yeah, I've heard so many good things. Look at these stickers. Like, it has won so many awards, so you can't tell me that this isn't a good book. But I'm just really excited to read it for myself. Thank you, Michaela, also. I love you for giving me this book. Next, I have What I Lost by Alexandra Ballard. So this book was given to me by Lucy, who I met on Twitter, and this book is one that I wanted for a very long time. It is about a girl. She is 16, I believe, and her name is Elizabeth, and she is dealing with an eating disorder. So she has lost like 40 pounds. She is a size 0, and she's just not at a healthy place in her life. And so she goes to a treatment center, and she's committed to doing a, rehabilitation program that is going to help her deal with her eating disorder. I don't know why this book always kind of stuck out to me, but I've been wanting to read it for a very long time, since I think I heard of it from Emma Books like years ago, and so I'm very excited to actually read it finally. The next book I got is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. This is a 6-piece novella bind-up, I believe, of like 6 short stories written by Leigh Bardugo. They're kind of all fairy tale-esque, and I'm very excited to try this out. This book was actually given to me by Brittany and Megan and all of the Fake Rate team over at Fake Rate. If you don't know what Fake Rate is, you should go check them out. 1, I will link them down below. 2, they are a company that sells bookish subscription boxes monthly, and also some extra like hangover kits and stuff like that for bigger releases. And they did a thing on Twitter where they were giving away some books on people's Amazon wish list, and I was lucky enough to receive one. And this one is one that I've been wanting for a long time but haven't picked up for myself, so it was just really nice of them to get me this one. It's so cool because the inside, like, the pages for the different stories are different colors. So if you can see, those are blue, and then some of the other story is red, and I just think it's a really gorgeous book to have, especially if you're a Leigh Bardugo fan. So of course I had to add it to my collection. So next, I actually got the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone illustrated edition, and I am very excited for this. I have wanted the illustrated edition of these Harry Potter books for so long, ever since they started coming out with them, but I just never bought them for myself because they are pricey, let me tell you, and I'm not about to like do that. But lucky for me, my boyfriend actually bought me them. I'm saying them because he bought me 2. He bought me Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm just very excited to have both of these. They're also very heavy. I can't do this for that long. They're just the most gorgeous copies of Harry Potter that I've ever seen. The artwork is so beautiful, and I just like really can't wait to read them and actually go through the Harry Potter journey in a very different way, like visually, because I believe, and like I'm 99% sure that these are actually the entire book, word for word, every chapter and everything, so you can actually read these and know the entire Harry Potter story, which I think is really cool, and I cannot wait. So the first book that I picked up for myself is a poetry book. It is The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. This is the first in a trilogy, I believe, of poetry books that she has put out. They're all very girl-powered and very girl-centered, and I just love that. I don't read much poetry, so I'm going to go ahead and try this one to see if I like it, and then maybe I will get the other two because they looked really interesting to me. But I want to first learn about this one and see if I actually like it and see if I can actually get into it. The next book I picked up is Winter by Marissa Meyer. This is the 4th book in the Lunar Chronicles. It is the hardcover edition. I actually have, I think, Cinder and Scarlet in paperback, but I don't care because this one came into the bookstore and a girl got it for like $3, so what do you expect? I'm gonna buy it. I have not read the Lunar Chronicles, but I'm very excited to, and I will obviously need this one once I finish the first 3, so I had to pick it up. The next book I have is Soulbound. It is the first in the Legacy of Trill series. This is by Heather Brewer, who I love because she wrote the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd, and if you haven't heard me talk about that, you're lucky because I can go on and on. I love that series. It is a middle grade series about a vampire named Vladimir Todd, and I just loved it. And she wrote this also, and I didn't even know she wrote other things, so whenever I saw this, I was like, yes, let me try it. I don't care if it's a middle grade. I don't care if it sucks. It's Heather Brewer, and I love Vladimir Todd, and I'm gonna read it. Okay. So the next book I have to show you guys is The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. I have never read anything by Kiersten White before, so this is my first impression. This is my first read. This is also her first book in this trilogy, which I think is going to be a trilogy. I could be totally wrong. I don't know where I'm getting these numbers. I don't know where I just made that up, but I think it's going to be a trilogy. I don't know. Anyway, this book is about a girl named Guinevere who is actually not named Guinevere, who has to go on a secret mission type of thing to protect King Arthur. This is obviously a King Arthur retelling. Does that mean anything to me? No, because do I really know anything about King Arthur? No. Should I? Probably, but do I? No. So, I'm about 40 pages into this book. It's decent. I don't know. It could go either way for me right now. It could be really good. It could be really bad. It's either going to be like a 4 to 5 star or it's going to be a 1 star. I can already tell it's going to be one of those books, and I kind of had that impression by Kiersten White because I've read the synopsis of some of her other books and I was just like, nah, like, it doesn't really resonate with me. So, I don't know if this is going to be good. Let me know if it was good. Let me know if you've read it. Let me know if you think it's going to be good, because I really don't know. The cover, gorgeous. Like, 5 out of 5 for the cover, but like the inside, we will see. The next book I picked up is Slay by Brittany Morris. This is the story of a young African-American girl who is a game designer, I believe, and nobody knows that she's designed this game and everything, but whenever the game gets accused of being like racist and gets accused of being very discriminative, she is really forced to kind of fix it, and I think she's gonna have to like expose herself, and you know, people are gonna find out that it was her. I really can't wait to read it, and I hope I enjoy it. I'm hoping to get to it at the end of this month, but I don't doubt that it won't be a good one. Okay, so next I have The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I got it from Half Price Books, as you can tell, for only $5. Go check out Half Price Books if you have one near you, because you can find some good deals. Okay, anyway, so I got this book because I want everything but Holly Black, because I love her after reading The Cruel Prince. I have Jude right here, like, I had to, okay? So this is a book that I believe is about fae, or it's about the folk. Is that fairy? I don't know. But everything that Holly Black writes is so whimsical, and I just really want to read more of her work. So I'm very excited to read this one. I feel like I have to read it because I want to be a real, like, Holly Black stan, and I've met her. So we're gonna read this, and we're gonna like it. I'm gonna force myself. I'm just kidding. Let me know if you like it down below, but, like, I hope I like it. So next I have Crier's War by Nina Varela. This cover is, like, really cool and really intricate, and I really enjoy it. But, what this book is about, you know, I've read the synopsis like 10 times trying to tell you guys what it is about, but like my brain just doesn't know, like it just doesn't want to retain it. From what I can tell, it seems like a very high fantasy, a very heavy like warring kingdoms kind of book, which for me is either really good, really great world building, really phenomenal like characters and plots, or it's a big letdown. So I'm kind of worried, I'm kind of scared, but I feel like it'll be good. I also think that there is a female-female relationship in this. I've heard that from somebody's video that I watched today. Again, my brain can be wrong. It might be wrong. I don't know. But I'm hoping that I'm telling you facts. If not, like, don't believe anything I say. But I read a lot about Crier's War. A lot of people enjoyed it. My lights just fell. That's cool. The ghost in my room was just like, hey. Also, my dog's barking. Oh, God, this is a mess. I've heard a lot about Crier's War, so I'm just hoping that I enjoy it, honestly. Like, that's all I can expect. I hope I have some good reads in 2020, but, like, I don't even know. The next book I picked up was Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I have never read anything by Susan Dennard. I think she is kind of underhyped, but once I read this book, I will actually know. I got it from Half Price Books for $5. That is a steal for this hardcover, okay? So Truth Witch is a very high fantasy that deals with witches, and I believe there are just like a bunch of different kinds of witches for different kinds of powers and elements and things like that. And I love fantasy, so I'm, you know, excited. And I also love Susan Dennard. I follow her on Instagram, even though I've never read anything by her, but I love Alexandra Bracken, okay? Alexandra Bracken did a live with Susan Dennard, and I just love the way Susan Dennard spoke, and it just like made me want to like be a fan of her. So like I've been wanting to get this book for a while, but I didn't want to pay full price or anything for it because it's not that high on my TBR. But whenever I saw it at Half Price Books for $5, I was like, okay, like what am I gonna do, say no? So I got it, and here we are. The next book I picked up is Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. This book is one that has been so hyped. I've seen it so much on book Twitter, so much on Instagram. Like I just keep saying this book, and I hope it's worth the hype. I've never read anything by Maggie, but I really want to read The Raven Cycle, and I am not going to read this until I read The Raven Cycle. I think I heard that you don't have to do that, like it doesn't really matter. But I feel like there's like a character in here that's from The Raven Cycle. Tell me if I'm wrong or tell me if I'm right, please. And tell me if I have to read The Raven Cycle or not. But I want to do it anyway, so actually it doesn't matter if you tell me. I'm going to read it first anyway. But this cover is really cool, and I'm really interested to see what all the hype is about. So that's why I picked it up, and I'm very excited to just finally have it in my collection so that whenever the time comes, I'll be ready to pick it up and read it. The next book that I picked up is one that I'm very excited about, and it is Aurora Rising by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. This book, I got it on sale, as you can see, from Half Price Books for $10. Story time. I went to Barnes & Noble's before this and got like all the other ones that like weren't on sale. I got them and I was gonna buy this book and it was $20. So I was like at the Barnes & Noble counter like how much is my total? And she was like, oh ma'am, you are at $56. And I was like, okay, stop. Take this one off. So she takes it off and we're like, good, thank you. I saved $20. I was happy. My bank account was happy for once. And then we go to Half Price Books and I spend like $30, $20 on 3 books, and this was one of them, and I got it for $10, and I'm just really proud of myself for, you know, withholding my, you know, bad binge buying tendencies and waiting, and good things come to those who wait. This is proof. Save your money and get it discounted and get it secondhand, because there's nothing wrong with it at all. And I don't know why I am like being your guys' auntie and telling you how to do your like finances, but if you need to hear this, save your money in 2020, okay? We're saving money in 2020. Anyway, I don't know what Aurora Rising is about, really. I mean, I'm assuming it has to do with something in space, and like that's cool. Oh, I know that there is a big friend group kind of thing, and like people like that, and I like that, and I'm excited about it. I've seen the second cover. It has like a boy that kind of looks like this girl, but he's a boy, and it looks pretty cool. And oh yeah, I freaking love Jay Kristoff, so I want to own everything that he wrote. I want to read anything that he puts out. I want to buy anything, if it even says Jay Kristoff on or within it. And so here we are. But this cover is actually really gorgeous, and I actually cannot wait to read it. I am not a fan of stories in space, which is why I think I haven't read the Lunar Chronicles, which is why I've put off reading Aurora Rising, and here we are just because I love Jay Kristoff. So okay, so that is all the books I have to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed this haul. Let me know what new books you've gotten recently or what you're reading in 2020. I am very excited. I feel like this year is going to be a good year, and I hope it is for you guys too. But that's all I have to say. So I will link my Twitter and my Instagram down below, along with my Goodreads, because I've had some people asking me about it and I've just realized that I don't have it linked anywhere. But go ahead and follow me. I will also link my Depop because I am selling some books and bookish items, so if you ever need some for like a good price, you know, just message me and like be like, hey, give me this for $5, and I'll be like, okay, like, you got it. So please go buy my stuff. Anyway, please subscribe, please like, please comment, and yeah, I hope you like this video, and I hope you like this video down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!